What's up, guys? It's Theo here, host of the Conquering Dyslexia podcast. Now, today I want to do an episode about what is our mission here at Conquering Dyslexia. What do we really want to do? What's our mission? What's our statement? What's the thing that we're heading towards? And the reason why I want to chat about this is to give, you, the listeners, some a clarification or some kind of like, okay, raise forward, okay, this is what this person's saying, this is what they're about. And more like also about, okay, how can you help yourself? Say, for example, if you agree with this statement, or if you agree with what that the mission, then you can kind of like invest yourself more, saying, okay, I really want more of this, want more of that. So I've been thinking about that over the last couple of days, and I think that'll be a really valuable thing to talk about. Think, okay, why am I doing this? Why is there such a need for people to conquer their dyslexia, to go out there and actually do it? So, guys, I hope you enjoy today's episode.
So the big question is this: how can dyslexics like us create a place, a community, a tribe, where people at any stage of life can come and solve any challenge, amplify their strengths, and ultimately help them become who they were meant to be? Or in other words, conquer their dyslexia? That is the question, and this show is the answer. My name's Theo Goff, and welcome to the Conquering Dyslexia podcast.
What's up, guys? I hope we're doing good and alright, and I'm very excited today to chat to us about the mission, my mission in conquering dyslexia. And why am I doing this, and why am I so passionate about it, and why does it have to? This message has to get out there. So first off, I want to speak about this, saying, what does it mean to conquer your dyslexia? What does it mean? It simply means that you do not let your dyslexia stop you in any way in your life, and you use the advantages of dyslexia gives you as an advantage in your life, and you plow forward knowing that this is a philosophy of yours. And yes, you develop these tools and these strategies so you can accomplish this philosophy, so you can actually do these things, so you're actually not letting dyslexia stop you. But it comes down to just a mindset. Simply a mindset of saying, okay, I will not let this thing called dyslexia stop me. I want this thing, I want that thing, and you will not let this thing called dyslexia stop you no matter what that thing is. Now, granted, us as dyslexics, we do have strengths and we do have weaknesses. For example, I'm over here in Thailand, 9,000 miles away from where I live. I think that's how far it is. Teaching kids English. Was it easy to come here? No. I told the people, like the coordinators or whatever, the people doing this, saying I'm dyslexic. And they went ahead a bit of tears, and they didn't know I could do it. And I was set on this whole different program they haven't done before. But I've got through that. I've proved them I can do it. I've proved them I'm a very good person at doing it. But yet, when I'm in the classroom, I have to write on the board, or I have to speak about grammar that makes no sense, when I have to speak about all these different things, about spellings, or all these massive challenges, because I still can't spell, I still can't, handwriting's awful, I still can't read at an amazing level. But yet, I'm in a class teaching kids English. And I'm getting paid for it. I'm not volunteer work. If I do a bad job, I can get fired, I can get moved. So I have to really uphold myself, saying, okay, I am an English teacher in that. But I'm not doing this because it's easy. I'm doing this because it's the opposite of my skill set. But I remember sort of signing up to do this teaching thing, and I was like, yeah, because I want to travel and do this. Yeah, teaching, yeah, fine, perfect, I get paid, love it. And then like a couple months before I leave, I was like, oh my God, I'm actually teaching English. This is the opposite of my skill set at all. But instead of backing out, instead of doing something else, instead of getting scared, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this because it's my dyslexia. I'm going to do this like to screw my dyslexia up, in a sense, to attack it. And because of that, and because of this idea, because of this mindset, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let dyslexia stop me in any way. And obviously you have to start with that philosophy of not letting it stop you making a decision to conquer your dyslexia. And that's always kind of the starting base. It's always the starting psychology. That's the starting thing. And then over time, you develop the tools. You develop the strategies of how you can really, it all starts with overcoming yourself. It all starts with you realizing, hold on, you are the maker of all your decisions. You are the maker of your circumstances. You realize how you feel. You realize how you behave. And how you feel and how you behave is a dictator to how much dyslexia is going to affect you in your life. Because you may say, oh no, because it's dyslexia, it's troubling me reading, writing, all these things. But no, that's not the main thing that's holding you back. It's how you feel about yourself. It's what you believe about yourself. You call yourself dumb, you call yourself stupid, you call yourself all these negative things. That's the first tier, that's the first thing that stops you. Because if you go at something relentlessly, keep hitting it, keep throwing things at it all over and over and over again, eventually something will stick. Eventually you find a way forward. Eventually you would do that thing. But you have to keep on trying over and over again. And you only do that by having an unstoppable saying you do anything to get there. And this is where Conquering Dyslexia comes in. This is where Conquering Dyslexia, because if you read all the other books out there about dyslexia, about this, about that, it's all about, okay, the science of dyslexia. Okay, here's dyslexia's strengths, here's these things, here's the weaknesses, and here's how we can overcome them. But yet you're missing the most important aspect. It's the mindset. It's the things that it's the mindset, it's the things that you have or your control over. Because ultimately you're responsible for your life. And it's the power of this responsibility, it's the power of this moving forward. That is the key. You can have the best tools, the best strategies in the world. But yet if you don't have the tools, necessary tools, necessary resources, you will not use necessary psychology. You will not use the tools. You will not use these things out there that can help you. So the starting step is all down to you. And that's where Conquering Dyslexia comes in, because I remember in my life I was diagnosed very severely dyslexic, very, very bad. I went to dyslexic actions in top dyslexia in London. They kicked me out because I was too severe. They couldn't have me. They wanted me for like once a week. To do like one-to-one sessions with him. And they said to my mum, sorry, we can't accept him, he's too severe, we don't know what to do with him. And then my mum found this private dyslexic school. She went in, got assessed, and Mr. Brown, the head teacher, that amazing person, he's done this job for like 15, 20 years, of a head teacher of a dyslexic school. And he said, Jana, my mum's name, Theo's only one of the two most severe dyslexics I ever seen in my lifetime. He's only met two other people as severe as me. He said in a school with over 25 full-time educated teachers to do with dyslexia, and only 50 kids said, I'm not sure if we can fully support your child's needs. And my mum was so desperate, she was like, please let him in. And so luckily I was there for Mr. Brown gave me a week trial to see if I could fit in, to see if there was a chance that they could help me. And after I was in there for a week, I stayed there. They couldn't let me go. And yeah, I was the lowest of the low in all these different classes. And my mum had no idea how to pay for me. All these struggles with, I had to fight, I had to go to war with the government because of all these stories. And eventually I went there from year 3. I joined from year 3 all the way to year 11 in the same dyslexic school. The same help, the same support, amazing support. But yeah, I did improve my English bit by bit each year, bits by bits. Millimeters, micro improvements. But yeah, I was still miles behind all the other dyslexic kids that were there. And the funny thing is, once I moved from year 11, once I moved from there to a big school, a school of over 1,000 kids, moving from school with 50 kids to a school of over 1,000 kids, having little to no help compared to what I was used to. I mean, there was a sixth form. They did an amazing job, not knocking them at all, but comparing their help compared to the help that I got at my dyslexic school was bar none, so much less. And so when I was at this school, the funny thing happened. I hated it. It was a massive struggle. But once I learned something when I was at school, because I had zero confidence, I wanted to improve everything. Zero confidence, couldn't speak to anyone, so down in the dumps. But then I realised something. I watched this little video of someone saying these things. The only way to change your life is to take responsibility of your life. And when he said these words, everything changed for me. And at the time, I was only focusing on my confidence, but I improved that. And then when I was focusing on my dyslexia stuff, when I was focusing on my English, I wanted to pass at GCSE English. I worked so hard on it, but because my psychology changed, I would not let my dyslexia stop me. Even though I had every reason in the world to believe that I couldn't pass it. I spent 8 years in my dyslexic school, the best help and support. I got nowhere near a GCSE, be able to do GCSE. I did this thing called functional skills. Barely passed that. But yeah, it had so many reasons why I couldn't pass this in the space of 8 months. But in less than a year, I realised I passed it. But yet less than a year, I improved my reading and writing ability. 500% more in that 1 year, because I worked obsessively on it, compared to 8 years in the best help and support. So I realised, oh my God, I had all the tools, but yet I wasn't using them, therefore I didn't learn. But yet I had so much less tools, but yet I had the psychology. I improved my own reading and writing ability 500% more. And that, realising the core foundation is realising that you are responsible for yourself. You are responsible for your own actions. You are responsible for your own life, for your own abilities. Yes, we have these circumstances. Yes, we have these things we're good at, we find hard. But yeah, it's only up to us to improve them. And it's here that cognitive dyslexia takes its fold. It's here that cognitive dyslexia is its thing, because I truly believe you don't wait for the world to change for you. You have to change for the world. And yes, there is amazing change that needs to happen in the dyslexic world about changing the school, about changing diagnosis, about getting the help. And there has to be systems and tools, strategy out there for that. But if you always focus on what you're getting, always focus on changing the outside world, you miss what the most important thing is changing yourself. It's changing yourself so you can go overcome it. Because that's what we're focused on. My main thing is not focusing on help, changing the outside things. It's not focusing on getting the right help, getting the right support. My main focus is how you can help yourself. Because we all have these negative beliefs. We all have these negative thoughts. We always have these negative ideas about who we are, about our abilities. And once you can realise the truth about our potential is so limitless, that basically once we realise the truth about ourselves, about what we're capable of, and we challenge ourselves and we push ourselves, and we realise even at our potential, we can do so much more than we could ever dream of. And from that place, we can start getting the tools. From that place, we can start getting the strategies. And yet, with those tools and with the strategies from the psychology, we can do so much more than we could ever dream of. And that's it. That's long version of our mission here at Conquering Dyslexia. And now if you listen to this and if you in a sense resonate with this thing, okay, this is what I need, this is useful information, this is useful thing, just follow this stuff. You mean I got a podcast, you mean making loads of things like this Dyslexia Black Book, I'm making, I'm upgrading it so it can be so amazing. So basically all the best dyslexic help, all the websites, all the free apps, all the quizzes, all this, all that, all into one place for you. It's so amazing. I'm just getting all this, basically I'm scouring the internet, finding all the best stuff from all these different places, putting it in one place so you can use it. And I'm doing that, I'm doing so much stuff in order for you to realize how to take charge of your mind, how you can take charge of this experience called dyslexia, experience called your life, so you can use it more. So anyway, guys, this is this rant I want to say today, and if there's anything I want to implore you, any sort of action I want you to take, so just listening to this, thinking, okay, Theo, you're right here. What's something you can do? Something you do simply is this: not settle. Not settle for your dyslexia. Not settle for what people are saying. Don't let dyslexia stop you in any way in your life. If there's anything you want, anything you're annoyed about, anything like any sort of thing, situation you're unhappy with, anything stopping you, do not let dyslexia stop you. Use it as a psychology, use it as a belief, as a core thing about you. You will not let your dyslexia stop you, and that gives you the motivation. You put that as your identity, saying your identity is you do not let your dyslexia stop you. And once you've made that shift, and when it starts to be a struggle, you kick in gear thinking, and you get angry, you get frustrated, thinking, no way is this thing stopping me. I'm going to do whatever it takes to not let these things stop me. Okay? And that's the biggest thing, that making that decision, making that commitment with yourself. And from that, strategies will arise. From that, strategies will come through, and you'll be able to push through all these barriers that have been stopping you for years. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you all again soon. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Now, I got something really exciting I want to share with you. Over the last 5 years, I've been absolutely obsessed with learning everything I can about dyslexia and how they can overcome their challenges and maximize their strengths. And I've been spending many hours on many days scouring the internet to find solutions to the problems. And I found many solutions. So over quarantine, I was thinking, what if I scour the internet again? What if I go through every last resource that I've been through before and take everything that's useful and put it into one place? And that's how I filled up a lot of my time in quarantine. I scoured the internet and found all the most inspirational, all the most informational, all the most useful videos about dyslexia out there and put them all into one place, so you don't have to waste time scouring the internet to find solutions to your problems, so you know there's only one place to go. And this thing I created is called the Dyslexia Black Book. You can get it at conqueringdyslexia.net/Black Book. Now, I'm wanting to offer this to you and present this to you completely for free because I want to save you time. I want to save you time so scouring the internet and not finding the answers like I've done. If you go to conqueringdyslexia.net/Black Book, Conquering Dyslexia Black Book, you'll find it. Or guys, you can just click the link in this episode description to find it. But yeah, guys, that's the special message I wanted to share with you today.